Good day, everyone. Hope all of you are doing fine. Today, let us talk about two parts of speech called adjectives and adverbs. Here, both these words come under the heading called determiners. Both are describing words. They describe different things. So, now let us begin with the term adjectives. Adjectives are words that describe or add to the meaning of a noun. So, here, in order to identify an adjective, the first thing we should know is to identify a noun. An adjective describes or adds to the meaning of a noun, it gives more meaning to the noun. For example, the term good job. Here in this term we see that the word job is a noun. It is the name of an activity. It is the naming word, a noun. Good job tells us, the word good tells us how the job is, how it is. It adds to the meaning of the word job, and therefore the word good can be considered as an adjective. In a similar fashion, in the term bad choice, the word choice is a noun, that is also the name of an activity, the name choosing, choice. Here the word bad adds to the meaning of the word choice. It tells us what kind of choice it is. It is adding more meaning to the word choice. Thus, we consider the word bad as an adjective. So, in the same manner, red color, pink dress, calm nature, cruel animal, lazy person, huge tent, small bird, few stones, some time, loud noise. In all these phrases, we see that the underlined words add more meaning to the nouns that follow them, to the nouns that appear after them. Therefore, these underlined words red, pink, calm, cruel, lazy, huge, small, few, some, loud, all these can be termed as adjectives. They are termed as adjectives only because they are adding more meaning to the nouns that come after them, to the nouns that appear in that same sentence. In adjectives, we should know that there are three degrees of comparison. One adjective can be used in three different ways. That is, in order to tell to what extent that adjective is being used there. For example, let us take the example of the color pink. In the positive degree, the word is pink. It is always like this. The root word of an adjective falls under the positive degree, pink. While we consider two different things which both are pink in color, when two things are pink in color, for example, roses are pink in color, and you might know that there are different shades of pink in rose. So when you compare two different shades of roses, one might appear pinker than the other. One might be pinker than the other. So please observe the word that I am using. While comparing two different roses, we say one is pinker than the other. So this word pinker becomes the comparative degree. The root word of an adjective lies in the positive degree, and when you compare two different things, the words that we use for comparing fall under the comparative degree. And when this comparison exceeds two things, when it goes beyond two things, when there are three or more things that are to be compared, when there are too many people, maybe one big classroom, there you might see one person might be appearing very calm. He might be completely calm and composed when compared to all of us. So, there, that person, while choosing one from many different people, we use the superlative degree. So, there comes the word calmest. If there are more number of roses, suppose not just two, there are many different varieties of colors of roses in which all are pink in color, different shades of pink. So one rose there might appear to be the pinkest, it might become the pinkest rose. So superlative degrees are used in such manner when there are too many things to choose from and you have to choose the one best thing or one worst thing or one which has the too much of the shade of the color, maybe the reddest, pinkest, greenest, bluest, blackest or whitest or however, that all those words fall under the superlative degree. So this is all about adjectives. Now let us move on to adverbs. As I told earlier, adverbs are also nothing but words that describe. But here, while adjectives describe nouns, adverbs describe some other parts of speech. Adverbs describe or add to the meaning of a verb, adjective, or another adverb. So here we need to observe one more difference. Adjective adds meaning only to a noun, whereas an adverb can be adding meaning to either a verb or an adjective or another adverb. So we have to be very much observant while choosing adverbs in any given sentence. For example, let us take the phrase very good job. Here, earlier we already spoke about the term good job. The word job is a noun, the word good is an adjective, and thus the word very becomes an adverb. It is adding more meaning to the word good. The word good is telling us how the job is. We can even change the adjective here. We can call it a bad job. Bad becomes the adjective there. The word very adds more meaning to either the word good or the word bad or any adjective that we use here in order to describe the word job. So an adjective describes a noun while an adverb describes an adjective. Adverb describes an adjective. So we should be more and more observant while learning about adjectives and adverbs. So the word very in all these examples describes an adjective. Let us take a different example. The term bright red color. Bright red color. Please observe the difference here. In degrees of comparison, I said red, redder, reddest. I used the superlative degree there, reddest. I called it the reddest, highest colored one there. Reddest dress. But here, bright red color. I am talking about a single color here, but being red, it is very much bright also. Bright red color. It draws the attention of the eyes there. Bright red color. The word bright tells us how red it is, how much of attention it draws. See the next example. Too small bird. When you say it is a small bird, it is a small bird. The word small tells us how big the bird is or how small it is. A little one, a tiny one. But when you say too small, the word too tells us the difference, how small it is. So you cannot maybe how you cannot even imagine how small it is. It is too small for the human eyes. Some more time. See, when you say more time, the word time is an uncountable noun. It is a noun, time. More time, the word more is an adjective. When you say some more time, you are telling us how much more time. More time, the word more itself says how much time. And when you say some more time, the word some is adding meaning to the word more. The word more is an adjective here. The word some is adding meaning to an adjective, and thus the word some can be termed as an adverb. See the next example. Hardly doing anything. Hardly, please. Try to understand the meaning of the word hardly. It is a negative term in fact. Hardly does not mean kashtapadodu. It is not the word hard. It is not the word kashta or tough. Hardly means doing nothing at all. Nothing. In fact, nothing. The term hardly is a negative word. It means there is nothing. There is hardly anything means there might be just one or two things there. Hardly anything. Hardly doing nothing. When you say she is hardly doing anything, that means she is in fact doing nothing. Hardly here describes the word doing. Doing is a verb. Hardly doing means she is not at all doing, not at all doing anything. It tells us, it gives the opposite meaning actually here. Doing in Kannada, if you translate, doing ಏನಾದರೂ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಹಾರ್ಡ್ಲಿ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದಾಗ ಅವಳೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ಲಿ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಅ ವರ್ಬ್, ಟು ದ ವರ್ಬ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್, ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು. ಹಾರ್ಡ್ಲಿ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಅ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸಿಂಗ್ ಅ ವರ್ಬ್, and that is why we call this term hardly as an adverb. Writing legibly. The word write is a verb. Writing, it is the continuous form of the verb write. Writing legibly. Legible is something that you can read. The word legible is an adjective. Legibly means in a way in which we can read. ಓದುವ ತರಹದಲ್ಲಿ, ಗೀಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರೆಯೋದಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣೋ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆಯುವಂಥದ್ದು. ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಲೆಜಿಬಲಿ. ಸೊ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ಲೆಜಿಬಲಿ ಟೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅಸ್ ಹೌ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಈಸ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್. How the person is writing. So the word legibly here influences the verb writing. It is giving meaning to the word writing. That is how we call this word legibly an adverb. Written very beautifully. The poem is written very beautifully. Written, it is again the past participle of the word write. So this is also a verb, written very beautifully. When we say written beautifully, it is already considered, the word beautifully has already become an adverb. ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ವೆರಿ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲಿ. ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲಿ, ಸಿ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ is an adjective. When we say beautifully, when we add ly to an adjective, it becomes an adverb. It is already an adverb now when we say beautifully, and this word very is adding meaning to an adverb. The word very is increasing the meaning of the word beautifully. It is written beautifully, written very beautifully. So please understand the difference here. The word very is adding meaning to an adverb here. Earlier in those examples, very good job, very bad choice, very loud noise, the word very was adding meaning to an adjective. Here it is adding meaning to another adverb. So these are the differences that we should know between adjectives and adverbs. Take the exercise for practice. Identify the adjectives and adverbs among the following highlighted words. So in the first sentence, the birds are singing sweetly. The word sweetly is highlighted. So here you have to identify whether the word sweetly describes the birds or their singing. You have to identify whether this is describing the noun or this is describing the verb. Depending on what it is describing, it becomes either an adjective or an adverb. See the next example. Please speak clearly. Please speak clearly. Here we are requesting the listener to speak clearly. The word clearly is highlighted. Here you have to identify whether the word clearly is describing the person or telling him to speak clearly. We are describing the word speak. We are describing his speech or not. We have to identify what it is describing. Only then we will know whether it is an adjective or an adverb. Alice lived next door. Next door, hope you know the meaning. Pakkad mane. Lived next door. Here the term next door is highlighted. Here we have to identify whether this describes Alice or this describes the word lived. Depending on whether it describes the noun or the verb, this one becomes either an adjective or an adverb. That bag belongs to Neil. That bag. The word that is highlighted here. It is before the word bag, that bag. It is telling us which bag it is. So based on this we need to identify whether it is an adjective or an adverb. He has plenty of money. He has plenty of money. The word plenty is highlighted. It is telling us how much money he has. How much money he has. So depending on whether the word money is a noun, a verb or an adjective, the word plenty gets its place. So depending on what money is, we identify the word plenty to be either adjective or adverb. So do this as a homework. Thank you.